God damn it. Wow.
Got you.
Why would you make me laugh right before we're supposed to start? Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is episode...
You sucked off an engine.
3... Only 3? Of the Mad Geekz podcast. For those of you who don't know, this is the podcast where we talk about all things... Actually, that's true. All things nerdy and pop culture related. Movies, books, video games, TV shows, manga, and anime. You name it, we're going to talk about it. I am your host, Sean. That is your other host, Marquis. And putting away his PSP is your other host, Tyrese. We do have a fourth person, Sarai. She's not here today.
It's a Steam Deck.
She's probably working. Sorry, your Steam Dick, whatever. Anyway, today I'd like to get it started with. I guess we might as well just talk about video games. So, what'd you say? Steam Dick.
First,
what is it?
Well,
You're holding a what in your hand?
A Steam Deck. Yes, it's big and black and it's firm in my hand. You can see the girth.
A Steam Deck.
Yes.
What is a Steam Deck? It's like. Talk to the old peoples in the room. Tell us what a Steam Deck is. Why is the game on?
Why is the game
Marquis,
on?
We can't show...
I have it on. So
I do too, behind me.
Oh, I have it in front of me.
Boom. There we go. Get back to this handsome face. So what is a Steam Deck? Why, is it a mobile...
Tyrese, why does
is it a laptop? What the fuck is it?
Tyrese look like he's in fucking fog. What the fuck is this?
It's probably my
fucking
light.
Wipe off your screen.
Just...
Did that help?
And jizz all it. No, it doesn't. You have a glare now. Now it looks like you're in a fucking dream sequence.
Are you on your laptop?
Yeah, I'm on my laptop.
Put your screen down. Put the... No, what the fuck?
Yeah, that helped so much, it didn't help at all.
Where's the glare come from?
Get out of the fucking... What do you have up there? Just get out from under the light.
You know what? How about I turn my light off? How about that?
I mean, that's probably gonna make it worse.
We probably need to see you.
Y'all talk bullshit. See at the house.
Nigga, I was asking you a question. I just said
this is worse.
I was asking you a question. How am I supposed to...
Damn it! Hold up.
Your lighting is shit.
But this is the first time this has happened. What is on your screen?
It's cool.
Did that help?
No.
now I'm dark.
You look like a character that hasn't been unlocked in the game yet.
You said what?
It's just a silhouette.
No, Tyrese said some racist shit. Go ahead.
What'd you say? He said you look like Marquis?
Now I look like Marquis.
Oh.
Blacker than space.
You wish.
Wow. Space technically isn't black. It's just empty.
You wish you could be Marquis.
I know.
It's the lack of light. So show us the Steam Deck.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you asked that. I'll show you.
Oh my god.
Because what is it? Is it a Marquis? Do you know what it is? Is it like a laptop?
It's basically a Nintendo Switch, but like a laptop version of a Nintendo Switch.
Ah, so it's like a Walmart Switch.
He paid $600 for this shit.
Actually, it's $400.
You paid $600 for a tablet.
Actually, it's $400. Who's counting?
$400 for just a tablet.
Yeah, I didn't buy it myself. It was a Christmas present that I asked for.
You know what? That's fair. My dad got me an Oculus for Christmas, and I used it the first day and haven't touched it once.
No, my dad got me for Christmas.
I never even asked for the Oculus.
You have a dad?
He got himself one, and he was like, "It's so awesome, you got to try it." And I was like, "All right, one of these days." And then he was like, "Okay." And then he was just like, "You took too long to buy yourself one, so here, Merry Christmas." And I was just like, "Bro, I don't."
Are you over there drinking a cooler?
No, I'm drinking an Angry Orchid.
What?
What's
Angry Orchid?
Yeah.
It's not Angry Orchid. It's not an angry flower. It's Angry Orchard. Have you been calling them Angry Orchids this whole time?
No.
You've been drinking Mean Flowers?
Yeah. No.
Mean Flowers. That's a nice name.
No, it's not. Angry Orchid. It's orchard. The place where apples grow. because it's apple cider.
Okay, boomer.
You know what's crazy? I had an off the rail segment, but then Sadai decided not to show up, and they fucking kills all of it.
I know.
How?
He kills all of it. I can't do it now. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it.
Well, what was it?
It's only 2 of y'all. It would make more sense if it was 3.
Okay.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Fine.
It's beautiful, and I worked hard on it, and
You worked
I guess we'll wait.
on it.
I guess we'll have to wait till next week.
Okay.
I guess we'll have to wait till next week.
Okay.
If next week decides to come.
I think it'll come regardless of
Yeah, me
what
too.
we have to do or say about it.
I mean, if it doesn't come, we'll just make it come. I mean, Sean,
You
I'm
can't-
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure
it'll
you're
take
It'll
a while.
always come. It'll always come. You
No,
can't
I
Sean,
get-
make
Sean,
it come.
No,
Sean,
I-
Sean.
You have to try
Sean.
and make it come.
I actually
It will come.
get what Keith is saying. It'll take a while, but it'll come.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, it might take a while. It'll take a week exactly, but
Yeah.
it will
Yeah.
come.
But like, if you just keep sucking it, it will come.
I mean,
No.
I'm
Right,
pretty
Sean?
sure
You know that?
about other- Now
Sean,
we're talking about
Sean
something
knows.
else.
Sean
Is that
knows
right,
about that.
Sean?
Sean knows
I
about
know
that.
about blowjobs. Yes, I've received quite a few of them. But
And gave one.
And gave some.
No, I've
Yes.
never given
Yes,
any.
you have.
I've never
You
given
gave
any.
a blowjob to.
No,
Okay.
No.
You just
no,
give it a little blowy.
no,
Give it
no.
give it a
That is
little-
not
little
a.
bit
not
of a
only
blow,
you're a
Jay.
giver, you're a receiver
How
too.
how long is this actually going to go?
I'm
Forever.
never
long?
letting this go. Very long.
We should make a shirt with the fucking engine thing and sell it.
Don't
I'd pay
even know
for
what
it.
it looks like.
It's
You don't even know what it was attached. You don't even know what the engine was for.
We put it on the hoodie. I will wear it.
I would too. And convince others to buy it.
I
the
will
word.
make people buy it.
Okay. Okay. We'll see. I'll see if we can design some merch because apparently, if it'll make us money, I'm fine.
That
fine
should be
with
the new. Wait, that should have been the logo for us.
Okay. We'll also have a a hoodie with like a stick figure on it, and it'll be like Tyrese of the Lowlights Network.
Yo, you ever see the?
Because you're skinny,
You ever see?
I got the joke.
and then it'll be another one that'll be just like a black hoodie with nothing on it, and it'll be like Marquis of the Lowlights Network.
And then we're gonna get a old gray one, so we can have a Sean of the Lowlights Network.
Yep. That'd be
And
cool.
we're gonna put the little engine on there,
Yep.
the little whatever the siphon that you use to
Yes,
suck
a
out the
siphon.
gas.
I don't understand how. Plenty of people have done that. I've siphoned fish.
Whoa. You
No.
did that. That's not the
No.
first time
What
you
else
did
have
it.
you
Also,
done?
You're an expert.
What else
A
have you
fish
done?
tank. I had to drain the water from a fish tank.
What else have
But
you done? So you suck the water out the fish tank.
Saying,
No,
whoa.
that's not how siphons work. You literally are just making a vacuum. You put the tube in the
Right.
water.
Oh, a vacuum.
Like with your
that's
mouth.
the technique you're calling it.
You put the other end of the tube,
Mm-hmm.
yes, in your mouth, and you blow to create negative pressure, and then the water just comes out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
and you just drain it into a bucket or something.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
drain it. You suck it until you drain it.
No,
Suck it till it's dry.
Did you not just hear everything that I just said?
I heard
Yes,
exactly
and
what you
we're-
just said.
And
What
we're
did I say?
translating.
Repeat it
You
word
said,
for word.
and you said, and I quote, "I grabbed the balls."
No. This has nothing to do with
This is
the
what I
topic
heard.
of the podcast.
You said you tickle the balls. That's what you said.
Cradled the balls.
Right. He holds the balls,
Tyrese, stop
And-
helping him.
and it's like
I'm just
Do that?
translating. I'm interpreting.
that's
All
what
right,
I
where
that's what I heard.
are the balls? Where are the balls on a fish tank? Tell me that. Where are the balls on a fish tank?
Sean, you tell me that. 'Cause
Right,
you're the
you-
No,
one
you
over
tell
there.
me. You tell me.
You're the one over
Because-
there giving the blowjobs.
You're the one who massaging the pebble, the little pebbles. In the fish tank. You tell us.
Come on.
You finger the treasure chest too?
You guys done?
Are you done
Done,
sucking
Sideshow
off
Bob?
fucking? Oh shit!
We done? Huh? We're done, Sideshow Bob? We're done, Mr. Popo? Are we finished?
Whoa.
That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
We didn't even
Popo.
we didn't even take it that far, Reese. We didn't even take it that far, and then look at him.
And he brought
obviously
he brought
angry
race
now.
into this.
Right, he's obviously angry now.
What? Eyebrow race? You started it. When you turned the light off and said I look like Marquis now.
This is racist. I think this whole thing is racist. Just
Tyrese started it.
You just wanted to give head to
but you also brought it back up. I thought we was past that point.
Why would you think that?
You over here giving head to
I thought we were past the engine thing, but apparently we're not. So as long as that's going, we're going to keep talking about how Marquis is dark as shit. We're going to keep talking about how Tyrese is skinny as fuck. And he can't even put on muscle if he tries steroids. Tyrese tried steroids and it just made his hair longer. Marquis tried steroids and it made his hair less.
You're bald.
And you're about to be right with me.
No, I'm not. I'm going to keep getting Kobe cuts.
No.
I'm going to keep getting Kobe cuts.
No, we see the hairline leaning back like Fat Joe. All right. Anyway. Fuck, what were we talking about? Oh, video games. I forgot what the fuck we were talking about. What were you playing? On your Steam Deck?
Oh, yes.
Woo. I was playing Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. It used to be on the GameCube, and I brought it back on the Steam Deck.
I was going to say, that sounds like an old-ass game that I think I remember playing, like, as a child.
Me too. I'm going back to the time I used to be happy.
Aww.
Yeah, that. I mean, I had an emulator on my phone where I was playing, like, Pokemon Blue, so yeah.
Oh, I thought about playing Pokemon Crystal.
Very good. I mean, all the, like, early 2000s and 90s, like, Pokemon games were fire.
Oh, yeah. Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby. I had all three of them.
You know what I did not enjoy? Pokemon, what the fuck was it? It was the, like, detective one.
Detective Pikachu?
Detective Pikachu?
No, not the movie. It was a game. It was like a Pokemon
Detective Pikachu. Yes.
That was a game?
That's what the movie is based off of.
Yes, that. I did not like that. I did not like that. I didn't like Pokemon Go really either.
Me neither.
I love Pokemon Go.
It wasn't what I hoped to be.
The thing that I really didn't like about Pokemon Go, and I'm gonna sound like a crazy hater right now, I did not like how many people were playing it that didn't know shit about Pokemon.
That's true.
Like, it was just a fad. Like, it was just something that was in style, and everybody was like, "Oh, let's go do this thing. Like, we get outside and catch little animals with our phone."
I still have
like,
Pokemon
bro, you
Go on
don't
my
even
phone.
know what that is. Like, you don't know. You're just walking into restaurants because you hear there's a Ditto in here, and you're just like, "There's a Ditto in here. It's okay if I." It's like, bro, that's not even a good Pokemon.
It really no.
Like, you just
breed other Pokemon.
Like, you're just catching shit for the purpose of, like, getting outside. What? You still have it?
He still got Pokemon Go. Do you still play it?
I haven't played it in, like, a year. But it's
on
on there.
You are. It's like you and 7 other people.
No, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. It'd be like 100,000 people in, like, our area.
What? Still playing Pokemon Go?
Really? Wow.
That's amazing.
You know, there's cheats now. Where they're like, they give you like it's kind of like this, where it gives you a pad where instead of you walking around, you can just move it around and it like simulates you walking.
I never would have known.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a cheat. You're not supposed to be able to do it, but you know, it's been how many years? So
yeah. Did you ever see that the video was like a sketch somebody made on YouTube? Where, like, the woman had called the cops on a guy who was playing Pokemon Go. And they got there, and the dude was saying all the Pokemon's names wrong.
Yeah. Except for Pikachu.
And that's
He's
Big,
like, that's Big B.
And that's Lil Turtle Shits.
Yeah.
Wait.
He's like, that's one turtle. He's like, that's turtle shit. What's that? That's 2 turtle shits.
And everybody know that's Big Dick B.
It was like he got Pikachu, but everybody knows Pikachu. He's like, oh,
everybody
yeah,
knows
Pikachu. I thought that was funny as shit.
That was funny.
That was a good one. Marquis, have you been playing any video games lately?
No.
What was the last one you played?
No. I've been trying to get into an Injustice.
The fighting game?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got both
with the superheroes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Justice League.
Yeah, it's like the DC version of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Which reminds me, didn't DC used to be in like the
Capcom and all that shit?
Yeah, Capcom versus
I mean, Marvel had a little thing with Capcom too.
Yeah,
I had it on the Xbox.
I think they both did. Yeah, they both had some things.
I've been playing Call of Duty, but it's been taking me like forever because like I don't know. It's like for the first week I was super into it, but then after that it was like, man, this campaign is long as fuck.
I actually meant to ask you, like, how was it? I was thinking about buying it myself.
It's really good. It is really good, but it's just like I'm so used to playing, I don't know, games like Halo where I could finish it in like a day.
Yeah.
Like Halo campaigns I finished in like a day. God of War campaign I finished in like 2 days, 3 days when I played it. This Call of Duty shit, like I was playing it for, I don't know, maybe it's because I can't sit down and do like a 17-hour session like I could when I was a kid, but even in like a week of playing it almost every day for like 2 hours, it doesn't even feel like I'm anywhere close to being done. And it's not like I'm dying like every 5 minutes. Like I'm doing pretty good, but I don't know. It was just like, it seems like it's such a long campaign. And then on top of that, like it seems like a lot of people buy Call of Duty specifically for the multiplayer.
Yeah. That's true.
And it's like, I don't know. I've never been super interested in like multiplayer unless I'm playing with people who I know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marvel, can we talk about how Marquis is possibly right?
See, notice how he just wanted to. When were we speaking of Marvel?
Notice how you changed the subject?
Yeah. We were not speaking of Marvel. We're talking about video games. We mentioned Marvel for 1 second.
Clip!
Oh my god. We've all seen the trailer. Is this the new one, right?
No, this is the older one.
Oh, that was the one where Ant-Man got his ass whooped.
You're an interesting
This
man,
is the new one.
Scott Lang. You're an Avenger.
You didn't want to just play the clip
have a
that
daughter.
proves you were right?
Yeah. Why ain't
But
you
you've
do
lost
that?
a lot of time.
Okay,
Like
yes,
me.
you don't want to watch it.
No, I mean, like, we saw it. We saw it.
I just want to make sure everyone fucking saw it. That's all.
All right, well,
I saw
just
I
keep
got his
playing
ass
it. Then.
beat
Just
by
keep
Kang.
playing it. Just keep playing it. Just hit play.
Jesus.
We can help each other with that. Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one
I
thing
love that he
you
kept his
want.
blue visor from the comics.
What's that?
But my thing is, why is Ant-Man trying to do this deal because he missed 5 years of his daughter's life? Like, bro, it's 5 years. You act like you came back and she was 30.
Yeah.
Like, chill out. Like, she went from being, like, 8 to, like, 15. Like,
You didn't
or
miss
10
much.
to 15. Like, she's still a kid.
Yeah.
But he still wants the father-daughter dance and
So?
But
He
you
still
can
can do
still
that.
do.
Other good
She's
stuff.
like in high school. Like you
Right,
can
it's not
still
like she's
do
in
all
college.
this.
She's still in high school.
She's not
right.
married. She didn't have any. You don't have any grandkids that you came back to. Like, bruh, chill out.
resume.
And shatter timelines.
All right, this is
Oh, yeah,
nothing.
nigga.
It ties into nothing. It ties into nothing.
And shatter
Now, in
timelines.
the end scene, okay, so a lot of people have watched it. In the end scene, he is about to get killed, right? In the end scene, it looks like he's about to get killed. Now, with them breaking apart and them about to go into this mini phases of, like, all the Ant-Man running around, do you think there's the fake one killed? Or one from a different universe killed rather than R616 Scotland?
I
see
think
it
that's
possible.
probably what they're gonna go with. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I
that
see
makes
that
sense.
happening.
But at the same time, it's like that's not the issue. Like, as much as I like Ant-Man, and I do like Ant-Man, and I love Paul Rudd, and I think he's done a very good depiction of the character. The big problem is Kang. Ant-Man dying, I'm sure, like, that'd be sad, but regardless of whether he survives or not, Kang still gets out, which is like, that's the bigger issue. So it's like, by the end of it, I don't think we'll care.
See,
I don't want to say I don't think we'll care if Scott dies. I don't think we'll care if, like, if it's like the original Scott or whatever.
So, what I kind of took from this. So, in the original trailer, this is more of a serious trailer. The original trailer, it was playing something Yellow Brick Road by a band, I forget what it's called. So, what I'm thinking is, if Kang is so powerful, why can't he get out on his own, right? Or does he not want to get out and want them to bring stuff to him? So, everything you have to look for in a Marvel trailer, right? So the song is Yellow Brick Road. Kang can't get out, but he's not trying to get out. This seems kind of like the Wizard of Oz, where he's more powerful in a situation like the Quantum Realm, versus if he gets freed, he probably loses some of that power. That's what I was thinking about.
Well, I think it's kind of, I think, so if you go back to like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, there are worlds or universes. Well, no. So in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, there was the world where the Book of Ashanti was, and that was like a world in between worlds. Mm-hmm. The whole thing is that the quantum realm is like a universe in between universes. Mm-hmm. Sort of. So I think the whole thing is that Kang, by being in the quantum realm, he already has access to multiple universes. However, he doesn't have the means of getting in and out of the quantum realm on his own.
Also,
like he's there, but there's no point in him leaving because he won't be able to get back in. Somebody probably trapped him there.
That's what I was about to say.
And he's realized, like, oh, this is great, but if I leave, I can't come back. So I think it's more so that he wants Scott's, like, their technology.
To go in and out.
Yeah.
Right.
So he who remains, what he said in Loki was... Sean disappears. What he said in Loki was, I sent he said something about him having to send them away. Because,
his variants.
Yeah, his variants away because, one, they would kill each other.
Yeah.
And then, two, like, it just makes so much sense, though, that he would send them away because of this. And this might be, like it says, like, he's the fucking conqueror of chaos. Like, he's the fucking main head honcho. Mm-hmm. It would make sense that he who remains would send him to a place where he can't get out.
And not only that, but send him to a place that's unaffected by timelines.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because if Kang is stuck in the quantum realm where time or the timelines don't really function in the same way, then it would make it a lot easier to kind of know, where he's at all times, if that makes sense. Like, you don't run the risk of another Kang popping up or him sort of going to another timeline and hiding.
All right, let's get the rest of the trailer.
You cannot trust him.
MODOK!
Who this guy is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
MODOK's there.
Yep.
Are they going to revive AIM? Is it something they could bring back? Or is that something like Kang might... There's a chance Kang might now leave the quantum realm in this movie. Like, we don't see any other shots, obviously, because you don't want to give too much away. But you don't see any real shots of him not in here. So maybe he uses MODOK, which played Yellow Jacket in the first Ant-Man. And he was killed because he was, like, flushed down the toilet or something like that. He could use him as kind of his dummy, like, in the world. Like, send him out. You know how it was like one Power Ranger fucking thing where he was the head honcho, but he would send the other ones to fuck up the world.
Yeah,
like
what Thanos did with Ronan.
Yeah, like I'm going to send you. I'm going to give you the men. I'm going to give you the technology. I'm going to give you the resources, and you fuck up shit.
Yeah,
right? And even to a sense of like once we got to the end of that, like that, Power Rangers comes to the end and it comes to the conclusion. Once it came to the end, he felt like he got them weak enough. So now, here come Kang.
Mm-hmm.
So where like he might take him out, or he might use AIM to capture some of the mutants, or this next phase of stuff. He might capture some. Feel like the Avengers are weak or they're outnumbered now, and then here comes Kang. Because, like I said, he might not be as powerful outside of the quantum realm. So this might be kind of his way of taking, I guess, everybody out one by one.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think part of what makes Kang so dangerous is that he has so much knowledge and control when it comes to the timelines and like moving in between timelines, moving in between universes. He's basically He Who Remains, but with a much angrier demeanor. Like, we saw how much power He Who Remains had just in, his ability to manipulate time. Kang is the same exact person, but with even more ambition and even more abilities, really.
Right. And it seems like He Who Remains wasn't a threat in any shape or form. He wasn't a threat.
Yeah.
He was more so the guy who
He was the manager.
Right. Literally. He was the manager. And he's like telling you, hey, behind this door, if you kill me, it's going to be worse. And I just want to play. Let's play out the rest of the trailer, because like where it gets to my point.
I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me
Pause
what
it.
I need. Or everything you call
Keys, pause it real quick.
will end.
Pause it real quick. So, that clip just now with Scott standing beneath like what looked like an energy source, like that orange, plasma type of thing that was moving within the rings. A lot of people think that that's a connection to Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And this is what they were calling
his rings.
Yeah.
Like, these are because the thing was, at the end of Shang-Chi, Wong said that the rings were very, very old, much older than Shang-Chi's father. They were probably existing, way before he got them, and he got them 10,000 years ago. So, at the end, in that end credit scene, Wong said that they were basically like a beacon that were sending a message into like the furthest reaches of the universe. However, now there's a lot of theories saying that the message was actually going to the quantum realm, which would be beyond the regular universe. And with like some of the technology that they show Kang using, it looks a lot like the circular rings that you see in Shang-Chi. There's also what movie was it? It was a movie that came out recently, but it was the same thing. It was like the rings, like the circles, and like the rings.
Kamala Khan. That was Miss Marvel.
Yes, Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Her bracelets, her
bangle.
her.
Yeah.
There was something similar there as well. But it seems like the whole thing with Kang might have something to do with a certain technology. And remember, He Who Remains is actually Nathaniel Richards, who's a descendant of Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, the scientist. So it could there's a whole thing with like time and timelines, and obviously Loki season 2 going to be coming out soon, so that's going to delve into that even more. But if the rings are actually very, very old, but they could have been created in the future, if that makes sense. Where it's like something involving Kang or He Who Remains, where they created this technology but then sent it back, and then Nathaniel Richards finds it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird, but look out for the rings, people. If you're seeing this trailer right now, if you're not listening to the podcast, audio only, we're watching the second trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Keep an eye out for those rings.
Okay, this part right here made me think Scarlet Witch. And that scene where she turns
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. He turns on the string. Literally.
Yeah, it looks very similar.
Yeah, it does look very similar.
Come on. Like, is this a place where is Scarlet Witch hiding in the quantum realm? Is that where she went to?
I mean, or is there the presence of chaos magic?
That's what I thought too. That could be a thing.
Could there be like some connection to chaos magic? Because there's really never been an explanation, or at least if there was, I missed it, as to the actual source of magic. Because we know that magic and sorcery exists. However, they've never really delved really all that deeply into the source of it. If that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
You know, even with Doctor Strange, like his sorcery, where the actual power comes from or originates.
Yeah, even with Agatha from WandaVision, she never really drove into how she became what she is, or how she got her magic.
I mean, it kind of did, in a sense of how she,
a little bit,
you know, became like, I guess, a dark witch. It kind of did.
Agatha?
Yeah, it kind of did give,
but not necessarily a dark witch, but like witchcraft in general. Like what the source of the magic is. Like, is it just a naturally occurring thing? And if so, does it occur everywhere?
How do how is it,
how does one become a witch? Yeah. How do you gain access to this power? Same thing with Doctor Strange. Like, we saw it, but we don't necessarily know the physics behind it, if that makes sense. Obviously, it's a movie. It's fictional. These things don't really exist. But this could be an opportunity for them to say, hey, look, like, magic is something, or the energy, the power source itself is something that originates from deep within the quantum realm, or the furthest reaches of the universe, or even the core of the universe. Who knows?
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win.
Marquis' point.
We both just
now this brings to Marquis' point.
He got his ass whooped.
Last episode I was on, I said, I think that this Kang is going to die, right? And I don't think Ant-Man is going to get killed. I think if Ant-Man goes out, he's going to sacrifice himself. This right here is telling me that this might be a possibility. And what I think Marvel is setting up for is we're going to bring we're going to show you what Kang is capable of. We're going to take him out, and we're going to bring in somebody worse. And I think...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say, it could be something, because we also saw at the end of Loki that Kang was already present in the TVA.
His statue.
Remember, if you saw at the end of Loki, like when he goes back to the TVA, there are Kang statues there now.
Yeah.
So that also brings up the question, like, okay, well, if Kang can't leave the quantum realm, how is he already there in the TVA? So,
also, did they ever mention where the TVA is located?
Right, exactly.
No.
So the TVA is somewhere outside of the regular timeline and outside of the regular universe, like the quantum realm.
I was literally about to say that. What if it's
remember what you said about the dark art, the dark magic, with that? What if Kang is using that, kind of like how Scarlet Witch had the
exactly,
block, but has that as the TVA? What if they can't go past a certain point, and he makes them believe that this is what it is?
Possibility.
Well, I was even going to say, remember, like in Doctor Strange, we saw that there are variants, right? Well, not variants like in the TVA, but there are multiple versions of individuals within different universes, right?
Right.
And that was the whole thing that Nathaniel Richards discovered when he started traveling the multiverse. He discovered multiple versions of himself, and one of which was Kang. However, what we also saw with Doctor Strange was that Wanda was able to actually project her consciousness into one of her own variants from a different universe.
Yep.
So the 616 Wanda took control of the body of a different Wanda. So my question is, what if Kang, even from the quantum realm, has a similar or the same ability, and that's what makes him so dangerous, is that you really can't kill him. All
like,
you can do is cut off his connection to the other versions of himself.
Right.
Because if he can do that, if he can literally just take control of any other version of himself at any point in time, at anywhere in the universe, he could literally conquer the entire universe from one spot.
Mm-hmm. Cause like back to that, the TVA thing, when the female Loki, what was her name?
Cypher.
Loki.
No. She changed her name.
Yeah.
You said it was what, Reese?
Cypher.
Cypher.
It's like
Sylvia.
Sylvia. Okay.
Yeah.
When she exposed that they're, I guess, gods or the people that's supposedly running the TVA was just robots.
Yeah.
Somebody had to put this into, somebody had to start this.
Well, it's He Who Remains.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think there is definitely something else, because even when they go to the world where they get the prong thing and they all evaporate, even that shit, it's how the fuck did they all get up here? Other than that, the prong shit, and the rest. And that's the rest of that shit.
Yeah.
I personally believe that Kang is now using the other Ant-Man against our 616 Ant-Man. I personally believe that he's selling when he goes, because we all saw in Black Panther where they took clips and showed a visual of something that did not match the clip. I personally believe that when he's going, I can give you time, he's talking to all of the Ant-Man, not just one. And that scene where they're kind of dragging him down to try to get to the top, that could be them just saying, fuck it, we all want to spend time with our daughter. We all want that time. And that could be that scene of them dragging him down. And I also believe there was another scene when the body was getting yarned out like they did in the Scarlet Witch. Another body was kind of shot. One was and the other one was shot. So maybe
they're all dying in different ways.
Right. Maybe they're racing to get to a certain place, and his people are taking out the other Ant-Man. This is probably the scene after they're dragging him down. They're taking the other Ant-Man so he could be the last one. It's just so much that we dive into.
The problem with the whole, with the Infinity Saga, it was so simple. It was about the stones and Thanos. With the Quantum Saga, not Quantum Saga, but this multiverse saga that we're sort of in now, where we're exploring multiple different universes and these different cosmic entities.
They can pretty much go anywhere.
It easily can get very complicated. Where now it's so hard to keep track of all these different timelines, all these different universes, all these different entities that are all moving simultaneously in various different directions, doing various different things. And the shows, honestly, are making it a little bit harder because Loki introduced Kang, but Kang is now getting introduced visually, the actual Kang himself is showing up in Ant-Man, but he's in the quantum realm. But before, is like his presence was known in like the TVA. But where's the TVA? That was never really explained. It's like, well, where the fuck is the quantum realm? And it's like, it's starting to get a little bit more to the point where like, all right, we need explanations. Like, the action and everything is great, but if all this stuff is supposed to be related, we need to know how. You know what I mean? Like, how exactly do they already know about Kang in the TVA? But we're just finding out about him in the regular, universe. Like Scott Lang and like all the, the people are just now noticing him. But at the same time, whatever her name is, Michelle Pfeiffer's character, she already knew about Kang, like from her years in the quantum realm. So he's probably been in there for a very, very long time. But then at the same time, it's like, all right, well, if he's been in there and he's been alive, why wasn't he present in the TVA already?
Her character when they meet her, when they find her, she's been in there for 30 years.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so
it's like, has Kang been in there the whole time?
Yeah.
Because you also got to remember, too, like, when Loki... See, this is what fucks it up, is that they say the TVA exists outside of the regular timeline. It exists outside of time itself, almost. But when Loki first gets taken to the TVA, it's actually, like, I think 8 years in the past. Because it was right after he tried to steal the Tesseract. That was when they took him to the TVA. So that would mean that technically Loki arrived in the TVA before Michelle Pfeiffer was brought out of the quantum realm. So it brings up the question of like, okay, well, was Kang there for the entire 30 years that she was there? Or was Kang there for those last few years after Loki fucked up the timeline? And then Kang could go and run loose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, because if he's been in there for 30 years, that would mean that he was never dead. Like, the managing of the timelines was only to prevent the release of Kang or the existence or growth of more Kangs. Not necessarily to prevent Kang from existing entirely. Because if he's been in there for 30 years, which would be before Loki fucked up the timeline, that would mean that Kang was never really gone. So it also is like, well, how long's he been, what's he been doing? Like,
well, we know Kang has, never been gone. They're scattered across the universe.
But the way that He Who Remains explained it was like, I'm managing this sacred timeline because this is the timeline in which Kang does not exist. And I'm preventing the emergence of other timelines in which Kang could exist. He was literally trying to protect the universe from himself.
Yep.
And they killed him.
Right.
It's a thing. He was the nicest one out of all of them.
Killed him.
But it makes it then even more complicated because it's like, okay, well, how was you protecting the timelines doing that if Kang is just trapped in the quantum realm? Why do you need to protect the timeline to keep Kang from getting out of the quantum realm?
Yeah. And I kind of lost my train of thought, and I'm kind of mad because I had a great fucking point that adds to yours. Now I'm kind of pissed. But yeah, it's gonna be. Are we going to watch the movie together, or are we going to?
We might as well.
It comes out with February 17th.
Damn.
Bullshit.
I'm not. You don't have nothing. Be here this week.
You're
that week.
Why?
I'm going to fucking Katsucon. I won't even be in that week. Be in Philly that week. I'm going to DC for Katsucon.
You can miss it.
No, he's our correspondent.
Okay, so I guess we'll see it, and you can't go.
By the way, when you go, can you actually fucking take pictures and videos this time so we can post them? You asshole.
Fine. I'm going I'm dressing up as Miles.
Thought you were about to say Maki.
Morales?
Yeah, Miles Morales. Who else?
You're kind of tall to be Miles Morales.
And old.
I'm not older than you.
I'm not cosplaying as Miles Morales.
I think I make a good young. Everybody say I'm young, so I make a good Miles.
Yeah, but Miles is
Who's
also
everybody?
Like 6'5".
Anyway, I'm practicing my
New York accent.
Talk, my New York accent. I'm trying to practice that too.
Let's hear it.
No.
Let's hear it.
No.
You might be you might be there already. You might not even need any more practice. You might be perfect already. We'll never know until you try it.
Too.
I know how to speak Spanish.
No,
I do too.
Well, okay, I should rephrase that. I can understand some Spanish.
Don't
I'm not. No, like legit, like conversations. I can understand some of that shit, but I can't speak everything. Like I can't answer in Spanish. It's
Lávate las manos.
Shut the fuck up, you bitch.
Enchilada tacos chipotle.
Yeah, you're gonna get us canceled.
What?
You're gonna get us canceled.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I went to a Mexican restaurant too for dinner tonight. I got fajitas in a box in my fridge that I took home.
Did you just say my fridge?
I was about to say my refrigerator, but then I was like, the fridge.
Okay.
I was about to say my refrigerator, but then I wanted to say the fridge.
Is your refrigerator running?
Yo, I've yawned.
No.
35 fucking times in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, you sleepy baby?
Oh,
don't call me baby.
I said you a sleepy baby.
That's not what I heard.
I said, oh, you a sleepy baby?
It's not what I heard.
Well, that's what I said.
I don't believe you.
Why would I? Never mind. Fuck it.
No, I heard Sean. I can vouch for him.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You're not a. I don't call you baby. I call you Poppy.
I mean, I never.
Anyway,
wait, whoa.
This is true. This is so fucking true.
No, I have texted. I have called Marquis. I have definitely done that before.
Is this something y'all not telling me?
No, it's really not. It's just.
Oh my god!
Do it to get on his nerves, but he does it to his brother. So.
You call your brother Poppy?
No, my brother does that shit to me. I'm the most normal person in my fucking family.
And you like that?
And by a lot. And people don't believe me when I say this, but literally, by a fucking mile.
You're the most normal person.
I actually know. When we started the
I agree. I believe
you had everybody post questions, and one of the questions was do you name your toothbrush? Who said that question?
That was my fucking brother.
That was your brother.
You named your toothbrush? That's a good question.
He said something.
But now I want to.
I don't name my toothbrush.
I want to name my toothbrush.
I should too.
Now I feel like I should, but it's going to be weird when I get a new brush head.
And he said something like, I want it to have a name when it goes down my throat or something like that.
I remember that.
Whoa. That's a little bit much. Yeah, why are you brushing your throat?
Because you got to meet
that's what they're for.
Point. You can't be a throat goat if your throat.
Sean, ain't that right, Sean?
I can do it. That's why I was about to try and hurry up and change the subject, and you fucking...
I should name my toothbrush Electric Slide.
Oh, did we score again? Oh, no.
Sean, where are you at in the game?
What do you mean? I'm watching it live.
You're at 728?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if mine had a delay.
Oh, no. But anyway. All right, moving on. Television. I finished His Dark Materials. Season 3 came out. The ending was, in my opinion, pretty mid. Which sucks because I was recommending that show to so many different people. It wasn't...
Including me.
Yeah, it disappointed me.
I wanted to watch it, but I had other shows to watch. I wanted to finish it.
I don't know what the hell it is.
So, His Dark Materials...
The only shows I've been watching is New Girls on repeat.
Why?
Because I love New Girls.
Isn't it New Girl?
Yeah, New Girl.
Okay.
I'll be at S to shit.
Okay. You just want New Girls. That's the problem. Anyway, His Dark Materials is the show that's based off of the book. It's based off of a book called His Dark Materials. So you remember the Golden Compass, that movie that came out?
Yes.
So that is also based off of His Dark Materials. That's basically it's 3 books in this series, and the Golden Compass is one of the books.
That's the show, the polar bears, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So His Dark Materials is TV series that covers all 3 books. It was very good. The ending was just pretty lackluster in my opinion, and I can't even really blame the show, I guess, all that much because it's probably from the books. I didn't read the books, so I can't say for sure whether that's the case, but the ending was pretty disappointing. They hyped up this little girl who's like the main character, and in the end, all that she had to really do, like her job, was to find love. Like, that was how she saved the world.
Oh, regular teenage shit.
Yeah, pretty much regular teenage shit. She found a boy who she liked, and like they kissed, and when they kissed, like that saved the world.
Hey,
and I was just like,
better love story than Twilight.
Yeah, I would say that for sure.
Never watched Twilight.
You know what's even more crazy? They completely changed the end of the book, movie. They completely changed the end because the ending of the book was so trash that they were like, we can't make a movie out of this. Mm-hmm. The ending of the Twilight books was so trash that they were literally like, we can't put this on screen. We will kill our fan base. Like, we can't.
I read in clips. I was like, what the fuck?
So they literally like created this entire action sequence, this entire like war in the last movie that just never happened in the books. But the way that they played it off was that there's a girl like in their family or whatever, like a vampire.
I know what you're talking about. She made that whole like thing was a vision.
Yeah, she like has visions and she can also share her visions with other people. She literally like had the vision of what the war was going to be like and how Bella and them were going to win. And then just showed it to their enemies, and their enemies were like, we don't want that to happen, so let's just not fight. You guys win. And they just left. Like,
I do.
But in the books, that didn't even happen. In the books, they didn't even need to show that. Like, they were just like, nah, let's not fight. It's over. You guys win.
Speaking of TV shows, there are rumors that another animated Avatar: The Last Airbender will be made
with the Earth Avatar.
So if you don't know, Avatar is my favorite. Avatar: The Last
Wait,
Airbender.
they still going with the Avatar? I thought with Korra the Avatar legacy ended.
No.
Yeah, the cycle.
With the cycle, I thought it ended. I thought she was the last one.
No.
Yeah, wait, no, I heard that too. I heard that Korra ended the Avatar cycle.
No.
When she was fighting her uncle. He literally like beat Korra to the point where all the fucking Avatar cycle ended. Like he erased all the other avatars, and she was the last one.
No.
I might just gotta go back and watch Legends of Korra,
but so like I was saying, Avatar: The Last Airbender is my favorite show ever.
Yep.
So if you don't know, avatars happen in cycles. All right. So the first one could be fire. When that fire one dies, the next one is air. When that air one dies, the next one is water, aka Korra.
Yep.
Then when Korra eventually passes, the next one is Earth. So I am interested in how they're going to try to incorporate Korra's legacy.
Me too.
Into this next one, because with Legend of Korra, we found out a whole bunch of other shit. Like, they walked us through a whole bunch of other shit. How the original, the first ever Avatar was made.
And the original benders. Like, where the original benders actually learned their bending from.
Right. What is it? The lion turtles?
Yep.
How the first Avatar would go to each lion turtle and ask them for their power. I forgot what it was to do.
It was to fight all
the lion turtles bestowed bending onto humans for them to just solve everyday life problems.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally like to hunt better or to, keep warm, like just different shit. So the Avatar literally was like to go, because the problem was when people started bending, people started using the bending for fighting. And then the Avatar was literally like going and getting the power so he could help stop fighting and wars. And
also the Netflix Avatar. The live action one that they're doing is supposed to be the gap between the ending of our Avatar, Last Airbender, in the beginning of Korra, so it's supposed to be that gap in between showing what happened.
What happened after?
What happened? Because everybody knows shit still goes left.
Good, because I want to know what happened.
Even with Korra, shit goes left. Even though they've Republic City, everything is more modern, I should say. But shit still goes left. There's still bad guys.
There's a mafia.
I want to see how Aang handles this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see it. It's like we get little glimpses of him. He, obviously like Avatar State, they talk to each other. Stuff. They give them advice and guide them away in a way. I just want to see how Aang handled this. Like how did he build this shit?
And even some of the stuff that happened in the comics that we never got to see, like Zuko finding his mom, like all that kind of stuff. We just if you weren't reading the comics, you just didn't know about it.
And it's crazy because they said, other than the flashbacks, they said that Zuko's mom was shown, but like they never pinpoint where, and it drives me fucking crazy because I've watched every fucking episode, and I cannot find this fucking lady. They said she's somewhere in one of these episodes, but I can't.
They said that she was in the show,
like she wasn't main character. So basically, they were like,
"Really?
Look at her." So they give you a flashback so you can see what she looks like, and then they say, in their travels, they spot her again. She's there again.
Where?
Exactly, bro.
I don't think that's true.
Listen,
who said that?
It was like the wiki pages, the fan pages.
Oh no, I don't think that's true.
Well, they also figured out some other shit too. So
because the thing was, she basically was exiled, and she was not in the Fire Nation anymore. She got exiled to like the Earth Kingdom, and she was in one of the colonies, I think.
Because if she was, I would imagine she would be like somewhere in Ba Sing Se or somewhere.
But where would she go when Ba Sing Se gets conquered?
No. I think they were saying she was in like one of the Fire Nation colonies.
Fire Nation? Like
no,
she wasn't...
like the Fire Nation colonies in the Earth Kingdom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Because I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I can't wait to see the live action because they're very secretive about this. They're very, very, very random fucking thought. I'm sorry, it just popped in my head. You met Ronald Weasley. Did you meet them? Did you meet him?
I didn't. No, I was there. So I was there at the store, but I was in the back.
I said when we talked about this was off. We weren't doing a pod. I was like, he's only in Philly for one reason, and that's probably because of the movie. Oh, and then we find out that M. Night Shyamalan is making a movie, and he's a part of it with, I think, Dave Bautista and some other people. I don't know what the working title is, but if it's M. Night Shyamalan, it's definitely like some type of horror.
Trash. Yeah.
Oh, trash. Oh, yeah. I see. You know what's crazy? With that moment where like they're in the school. Which movie is this? When I see dead people, what fucking the name of the movie?
Sixth Sense.
Yeah, that movie where the bodies are hanging from the ceiling in the school. Yeah, that is my high school that I went to.
Oh, really?
That is
which one?
Yes, Parkway Center City. That is
it is
high school that I went to, and the one of the strings is still there.
Wow!
Oh shit!
It's still there.
That's crazy.
If you sit, you have to sit in the So the way our shit is, it's the bottom auditorium, and then there's like this kind of the another level. Okay, kind of it like overlooks the bottom one.
Yeah, I believe they call it a balcony.
I just didn't know if that was the term for. Like when you're in the auditorium, I thought it was different term, but yeah, sure, balcony, and you can still see it. You can still see one of them. And I guess
sometimes they say mezzanine, but it's
I just didn't know. I just didn't know the term. I didn't know if that was still balcony because it's not. You know, it's what it is. But
it's
you
not
can still
outside.
Yeah, you can still see one of the strings. They left it there. It's cool. But
I actually live or I work by where another like famous movie was. So like if you guys remember, if you ever heard of like a movie called Rocky, they did it like back in the 80s. So he like runs up these steps. I work right by the building where those steps are.
I know what you're talking about.
Shut the fuck up, Sean.
Do you really?
Shut the fuck up, Sean.
Or is that bullshit he's spitting?
He's talking about the art museum.
The art
steps.
museum.
Yeah, the art museum. Why the fuck I didn't put two and two together?
I did.
Well,
I put them together.
I also used to eat lunch at a place where they actually filmed a movie too, called National Treasure, and it was the Reading Terminal. I go there and I eat lunch sometimes.
I do too.
So how about that? Since we're talking about our connections to...
Doesn't everybody? So...
Okay.
All right.
My dad works in the building where they filmed a little bit of law-abiding
wide
citizen.
open catch. Sean, watch the replay. Watch the replay of that shit. They're gonna show it. I'm sorry. We were recording a podcast.
Oh wow.
He has to feel.
Wow.
He has to feel bad.
Good for us.
By
Good for
himself, dude. He is by himself.
That was a touchdown.
There's nobody
That was a touchdown
else
for
there.
sure.
Butterfinger. Okay, all right. Now back to the podcast.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
just fucking ridiculous.
I was saying my dad works in the building where they filmed a couple scenes for Law Abiding Citizen.
I remember that movie.
It was City Hall.
What's the fucking movie? Is it called the one with Keke Palmer? Ooh, fumble.
Brotherly Love.
Overbrook. Oh well, I guess I can't really say. I guess it doesn't really count. But I was in that gym.
Oh, nice.
I was in that gym.
Nice.
And they have the what is it called? They have like some of the shit from the movie inside the school.
Memorabilia?
Like in where the trophy cases, because like if you don't know, they have a shit ton of fucking trophies.
Oh
because
Overbrook.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Overbrook is one of those high schools that's been around for like forever.
Wilt Chamberlain went to Overbrook, so
and
they
Will
have.
Smith.
Okay, Wilt Chamberlain went to Overbrook. I'm talking about basketball wise. They have a lot of fucking trophies.
I was just saying, like, there's a few famous people that have gone to Overbrook High
I'm
School.
talking about the ones that don't like to slap people. And
I'm pretty sure Wilt Chamberlain has slapped
Wilt
a few
Chamberlain
people.
only spit on people. That's true story.
I know, but
that's even worse.
I'm still pretty sure he slapped some people, at least some asses, and then slept with 20,000 women or 2,000. 25,000.
25,000 women. That's
grandfather of Otto Porter Jr., but we're not going to talk about that.
It has to be. It makes no sense if he's not. It just doesn't make sense. Where were we before we started this?
Avatar.
I just can't wait for it. That's how I'm gonna end that one. Just can't wait.
Reese, I could have swore I heard the same thing, that Korra did something that ended the Avatar cycle. I gotta look it up.
Are you talking about when the bald-headed motherfucker did the little thumb shit on her temple? And on her forehead and like kind of took her powers away? But then
it was something, but it was...
She got him back, though.
No,
she got him back. She got him back, but I think it erased the avatars before her.
That was from when the whole mess with the spirit world.
Yeah, it was Zahir.
Yeah.
Zahir was the one who
honest, can I be honest with you? Legend of Korra's villains are better than the Avatar. Avatar December.
Oh yeah.
Because it was just Zuko.
It was literally just Zuko.
It was just Zuko, and it was
literally just Zuko in season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of season 1
until they became friends, and then they had to take down.
Here's
his
the
father.
thing. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Legend of Korra was number one a pretty good show. Mm-hmm. Number two, I think it actually had the potential to be better than Avatar: The Last Airbender if Nickelodeon didn't fuck them over.
Yeah, it did.
So many times. I think the problem was they were trying to create a show that was more mature because obviously the original audience of Avatar: Last Airbender had grown up.
Yeah.
But Nickelodeon was just like, it's still a kids network. Like, we can't really do this. We can't say kill. We can't do like this, these scenes or like the love scenes or whatever. Like
the fucking what's his name? I'm blanking. Why am I blanking?
On what?
When they're in the little dungeon thing, and Lake Lao guy, he kept saying Lake Lao guy, and the guy transformed and he started fighting Aang, and then Aang made him step out of it. So he started to go after
Jet.
Oh, Jet.
He started to go after Jet, and then he killed him. But they never mentioned.
They can't say it. They can't say it.
And they do kind of say it. They mention it because Toph has the ability to tell if you're lying.
Well, he said, "I'm gonna be okay," and she was like, "He's lying." But that doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna die. Like their whole thing was like, that doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna die. He might just be paralyzed. I was like,
that's funny because the play actually made a joke about that. On
when they did the recap episode, when they did the Ember Island players, they were like, "Did Jet just die?" He was like, it was very unclear.
Like that was my favorite part of the episode.
And when they were in the play, they were like, "Oh, look, they call this the Great Divide. Let's skip over it."
Right. This is the reason I think they knew Jet died. Right? If Toph can read through what was it that she could tell
heartbeat. She could tell if somebody's lying.
Right. Couldn't she tell that his heartbeat is slowing down?
Yeah,
it's possible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's
Jet died. That's the thing.
I don't know.
No. They say it. They literally say in the thing. Yeah, and they stowed in there, and it was like in the DVD set.
Yeah.
When they did the old commentary, and they bring it up, and they were like, Jet dies. Yeah. And they just throw it in there, and they keep it pushing. Eagles just won the game.
But see, that was what fucked up Legend of Korra, because when Zahir killed the Earth Queen, like when they actually showed her dying, because they were taking the air out of her lungs and suffocating her, Nick was like, "Nope, you're done. You're coming off the air." And everything after that was like online. They had already done the whole rest of the season, so they were like, "We're still gonna put it out, but you're not coming out on air."
And it's kind of like it's kind of bullshitty, because like, have you ever seen I'm guessing a lot of you have
Touchdown.
It's only two, but Amazing World of Gumball.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've watched it. You've seen it to the end. You know that there's a cliffhanger.
Didn't know that, but
you didn't know there was a cliffhanger. Okay, there's a cliffhanger. It shows signs of it. That last season, it shows signs of everything building up.
Right.
And what Cartoon Network wanted to do was make a movie. They wanted the last thing of Amazing World of Gumball to be a movie. That's why they made it on a cliffhanger, to force Cartoon Network to give them a movie. Here we are, 5 years later, and they still don't have
Cartoon
no
Network
movie.
is gone.
Right, they still don't have no movie. Cartoon Network is gone. I mean, obviously, it's not gone, but it's gone.
Well, the network is gone. The content is not.
Yeah, they're still going to. The creators have just simply moved over to.
Right.
What is it? HBO? HBO brought it?
I was so pissed when that happened.
I'm not pissed per se because I feel as though HBO is going to give the creators of these kid shows a bigger platform so they can do more. Like, was Close Enough? Which was basically fucking regular time, but them older.
Regular show?
Regular show. Regular time. Regular show, but they are older, they're adults, they're actual humans, they have a kid, and they're working shit out. Like, that could give them, the creators of these shows, like, the element of, literally, they're using the same art style.
Well, not only that, but HBO is a mixed audience network. Like, HBO has shows for all different demographics. So, unlike Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or Disney Channel or whatever, who are specifically like, no, this whole channel, this network is for kids. We don't want you doing anything that's more mature. We don't want you doing anything that's more adult. That's not our target audience. If you go to HBO and you want to say, hey, we want to make a cartoon, but for more mature audiences, they're like, yeah, great, sure. Like, whatever. HBO's not afraid of, like, doing some shit that's definitely not for kids.
Oh, of course not.
100%. They don't give a fuck. I mean, Cartoon Network didn't give a fuck. I mean, if we're being truly honest.
But see, the thing was, Cartoon Network had a very specific time slot for that stuff, and on top of that, most of the stuff they show was outsourced. It wasn't Cartoon Network original material. It was stuff that they got from other networks, like animes, or like it was only a small portion of it that was actually original to Cartoon Network, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Frisky Dingo. I mean, it's a short list. I don't know how much more there is that was on like Adult Swim that was original Cartoon Network, like original Cartoon Network material. But for the most part, a lot of it was like anime and just like other shit from other older networks.
You know what I want them to redo and not fuck it up? Make it like the 2006 version. Bring back Ben 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
The original Teen Titans.
The original Teen Titans.
They kind of, I mean, I'll be honest with you. A lot of people shit on Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans Go is very fucking entertaining.
Teen Titans Go is funny as fuck.
Even as an adult, that shit is entertaining.
It's 100. But it's like the difference. It's like the difference between like
that shit was nasty.
It's like the difference between like Scooby-Doo and a pup named Scooby-Doo. Mm-hmm. Like now I can watch them both and enjoy them both equally. But at the same time, there was a certain ambiance in the first one that I missed. And the second one, like Teen Titans Go is funny, but at the same time, Teen Titans was like funny sometimes, but it was also dramatic sometimes. It was also a lot of action sometimes. Like, it was everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want
and
anything
this
that's
is why
just like comedy.
We could just, but this is DC. This is why James Gunn has to bring Teen Titans to the DC universe. Because
but the thing is, knowing James Gunn, he would probably prefer Teen Titans Go over Teen Titans.
Yes. But it's okay if they have some elements of that. It's okay if they have some elements of that. Cool. But those stories, those individual stories, let alone. Their individual stories alone.
Yes.
Are fucking movie worthy.
Bro, the whole odyssey of like Robin versus Slade needs to be in a movie somewhere.
Raven versus her father.
Yes.
Slade terrified the hell out of me when I saw him. He was tormenting them kids.
Bro, he lived to torment Robin.
When he fucking took off the mask and it was a robot and he's behind him and he comes over and he takes off the mask and it's another robot. And it's like,
every time he lived to torment Robin mentally.
Everybody thought Robin was crazy. Robin was like, "Yo, did y'all saw Slade?" It was like, Robin, what are you talking about? Nobody was there.
Him in his fucking head. Like, he was.
This nigga poisoned him from the grave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, like, and then if you're a Robin fan, it's so hard, like, to watch him go through this shit because it's like, bro, now I'm terrified. Like, I feel like how he feels. Like, this man is killing me. Like, this man is driving me crazy, and I'm not even in the show.
Driving him crazy.
It's like the first time I saw him, he was like disguised as like that old man that was helping out the two brothers, Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then he disguised himself as like the samurai dude and was fighting Robin and like basically training Robin.
Yeah, basically.
And then
he dropped his face.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to see more of him, and I regret it because he terrified me when I saw him.
It was
the
so
music changed when he showed up, like everything.
It was so well written.
Yes,
the way he said Robin sent chills.
Slade was Robin's Joker.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And it's the simple fact that Robin was a number 2. And here he is being a leader. And it's just so fucking beautiful, bro. They snapped on that Teen Titans shit.
Yep.
They snapped on it. Hopefully
even
they
the
do
original
right
Justice
by
League
Avatar.
cartoon was great.
Yeah. You know what?
That's
I
the thing.
like?
I always felt like DC did cartoons so well, and Marvel did movies well, but like DC had the cartoons on a lot, bro. Like they had Teen Titans, Justice League, Batman Beyond, like all this shit.
What's the shit with the fucking dogs? They had the shit with the dogs. The fucking
Super Pets.
Yeah, that shit was interesting as fuck.
Crypto the super dog.
Crypto. You had Batman's dog. You had,
yeah.
I don't know why that was so interesting to me, but I found this shit so fucking interesting.
It was. I loved
bro.
it too.
Like DC had the cartoons on lock. Marvel literally just had X-Men and
Avengers.
I guess the Spider-Man cartoon was okay for a while, but like.
Oh
for
yeah,
the
the
most
Amazing
part,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but for the most part, the cartoons was like all DC. Like they had 3 different hit Batman shows alone.
That's what I want them to stop doing, and I hopefully this new regime can do that. Whereas though we don't have the same movie 35 times.
Yeah.
And we literally start to build a universe. And
But here's the thing, though. This is why I love the way they did it in the cartoons, because they kept the continuity, though. Like, you had the 90s Batman the Animated Series going into Batman, and then Batman Beyond, which is, like, now the next Batman. You know what I mean? So it was like, it kept the timeline the same. So it's not like we're just going to keep telling the original Batman story over and over again. It was like, no, this is Batman young. This is Batman when he's a little bit older. This is him when he's really old, and he's now passing the torch to a different Batman. And then you also had Robin and, like, you know, the Teen Titans. And then the Teen Titans got older. And then, you know, in Justice League, we had Nightwing. Like, you know what I mean? And we had the other Robin. Like, it was like, we had the continuity of, like, yeah, we're coming out with a new show, but this still takes place in the same universe. The original, those other characters are older now. And we're introducing new characters.
Yeah. It is. I just hope for the best for that.
Me too. And since we're talking about live action series, I think we have to mention, Tyrese, that One Piece, the live action series, is still in the works. They have officially started filming in South Africa for Netflix's One Piece, the live action series. So there is some heat over the past, I guess, couple months over some of the actors that were chosen to play some of the characters, particularly Sanji.
Is it kind of like the first Avatar movie, where it's like this shit doesn't make sense?
No, honestly, no. So let me give you some context, Marquis, because I know you're not a One Piece fan. So One Piece is an anime, but unlike Naruto or Bleach, One Piece literally
I do know something about One Piece and the dragon fruit and
it's actually devil fruit.
Devil fruit, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Devil fruit and Luffy and the girl.
Okay.
And,
I'm not giving you general knowledge. I'm giving you actual context relevant to what I'm about to say.
He should know about the Minority Hunter.
One Piece takes place in the entire world. Like there's an entire globe. I'm pretty sure the One Piece world is actually bigger than Earth.
Yeah, it is.
But because of that, obviously you have multiple different types of people. So not every character is meant to be like Japanese. In fact, only one character is actually Japanese in the Straw Hats. So
can you still hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
So the writer of One Piece, Ichiro Oda, a few years ago released like an SBS or whatever, where people asked him like, "Hey, if the Straw Hats were in our world, where would they be from?"
Oh, what country?
And he said,
"Yeah."
Right. What countries would they be from? And he said Luffy would be Brazilian, Zoro would be Japanese, Robin would be Russian, and Sanji would be French.
Yeah, makes sense.
So the problem is One Piece is still an anime, which is like, Japanese animation. So there's still these core like group of fans that are upset that they keep getting white people to play characters in anime movies. Like in Ghost in the Shell, when they got Scarlett Johansson to play the main character, Cowboy Bebop, like different.
Note.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution. Don't really want to mention that too much, but white people playing characters that are in Japanese cartoons.
But I would seem that One Piece makes sense because only one person in the Straw Hats is technically Japanese.
Exactly. So people
I don't
were
understand
So people were complaining that Sanji is being played by a white guy. And all the like actual One Piece fans are like, bro, this story takes place over in an entire world. Like these people are not all the same race. They're not all from the same country. They're not even all from the same continent.
They're not even from the same ocean.
Right. So there's no reason for them to all look Japanese if they're all from different parts of the world. And Oda himself said that if Sanji was in our world, he'd be French.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for a white guy to be playing him. So people are just literally upset for no reason. Like, they're upset at the casting. They're like, oh, Zoro's the only Japanese one. It's like, yeah, that's on purpose.
Yes, duh. This is why we can't have nice things.
Exactly. But I am confident and I'm hopeful because it does seem like this is going to be one of the few live-action adaptations of an anime that should actually be pretty good because the showrunners are huge fans of the show. One in particular, his name is Matt Owens. So Tyrese, I'm sure you know about some of the different YouTubers that talk about One Piece. Twice a year they get together and they do like a big podcast or like a live stream called the Reverie. Yeah.
Yes, I do know
so
that.
So Matt Owens, who's the executive producer and the showrunner of the live action One Piece for Netflix, has actually been at the past couple reveries talking with fans and talking with other like YouTube content creators, One Piece content creators. And he himself is like a huge fan of the show and a huge fan of the story. So I'm confident that it's going to work out and not be like the Avatar, The Last Airbender movie where you have M. Night Shyamalan who's literally just making the movie because his kids like the show.
Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan should not be able to touch anything ever again.
M. Night Shakalaka Ma.
Unless it's one of his own corny-ass stories. I'll never forget that movie. Did y'all watch The Visit?
M. Night Shyamalan is the Tyler Perry of movies.
He's the Tyler Perry of horror.
Yeah,
the Tyler Perry of horror.
Yeah. Did y'all watch The Visit?
No. Should I?
Is it a scary movie?
It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh, then no.
So it's a thriller. I wouldn't say it's like a scary movie, but it's the one where the kids go to like visit their grandparents and their grandparents are fucking crazy. And she's like, "Can you get inside the oven so I can to clean it?" Like she asked the grandma.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've seen the trailer, but I've never seen the movie.
Yeah.
Yes. I've seen
the grandma asks like, "Can you get in the oven to clean it?" And then she like closes it on her. Yeah, it's that movie. But there's like, M. Night Shyamalan always tries to put
he wrote that? Wow.
Yeah. He always tries to put like a twist at the end of his movies, like a big plot twist.
They were dead the entire time.
Yeah, the plot twist in The Visit. You want me to just tell you? Should I spoil it?
Yeah, because I'm not.
I'm not
going to watch it.
The plot twist is that those aren't their actual grandparents.
Oh my God! Really?
Those two old people literally escaped from a home and haven't been taking their meds. They killed their actual grandparents and have just been squatting in their house.
Oh my God!
That's that shit.
Now, here's the problem. Why don't these kids know what their fucking grandparents look like?
I was literally about to say that. Why the fuck they don't know what their own grandparents look like?
So, the whole thing is that the kids live with their mom. Their mom is going on vacation. Their mom does not talk to her parents. They had a falling out. They don't talk. They've never talked for as long as these kids have been alive. But the grandparents are like, we want to see our grandkids. Like, even though we don't fuck with you, we want to see our grandkids. So the mom goes on vacation. She says, all right, you're going to go stay with your grandparents for a weekend.
Boy, she hasn't seen their faces?
she puts the kids on the train and says, your grandparents are going to pick you up from the train station. The two crazy old people pick them up. Right? Mm-hmm. Because they pretty much just taken over their lives after they killed them. They're like, all right, well, schedule says pick up grandkids from train station, so we'll just do that. Right? Why would you send your kids on the train without showing them a picture of the people that are going to be picking them up?
Mm-hmm.
What type of parent does that? Who just says, go to this train station and your grandparents will pick you up? You've never told me what they look like. Mm-hmm. You literally set your kids up to go home with just anybody.
Give me your parent badge.
It was so terrible. I was like, oh my god, this sucks. And then Lady in the Water was like weird. I didn't get it. It wasn't a bad movie, but I just didn't understand it. Honestly, my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie is Signs.
Never seen it.
I've heard of it.
Signs is good. I've never seen The Sixth Sense or Glass or Split.
M. Night Shyamalan did Split?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
He did. Yeah, you didn't know that? He did Split.
It's a continuation of Unbreakable.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I think the concept of Split was too kind of smart for M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
M. Night Shyamalan did a superhero movie, basically called Unbreakable with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And his villain was Mr. Glass.
Yeah, he was the guy in the ring
Split. Coat. Yeah, then he did Split. And then Split was supposed to be like a continuation of Unbreakable. And then after that, they released Glass, which was like the movie about Mr. Glass with Samuel Jackson. And then, the guy from Split, I forget his name, him and Bruce Willis were in Mr. Glass together. So it was all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see Glass?
Me?
Yeah, or Mr. Glass?
No, I know what it's about, though.
Oh. Well, yeah. Those are all M. Night Shyamalan movies.
All right.
They're all pretty bad. Yeah. I didn't see Split, though. I heard some people say Split was good.
The Split was good.
I don't know.
The concept alone is a good concept
that,
I mean, Sixth Sense was like that, too. It's a cool concept.
It is a cool concept.
It's like this kid sees dead people and he's talking to this guy, and it's like, in the end, and the big twist is the guy finds out, oh, I'm dead. It's like, oh. Anyway, I think that does it for this episode, guys. I think we've covered just about as much as we can cover between the three of us. No jokes from that? All right, cool. Anyway, this has been episode 3 of the Mad Geekz podcast. Join us next week.
The Mad Geekz. The Mad Geekz. Not the Mad Geekz podcast.
Episode 3 of the Mad Geekz. By that? It's a podcast.
Because it's already a podcast. It's already implied that it's
I'm telling people this is the Mad Geekz podcast. This is the Mad Geekz podcast.
Shit.
Why? That doesn't make. Why is it a problem?
Here's the orange juice. The fuck? I don't.
You wouldn't say juice twice. I'm not saying podcast twice.
Basically, you are, because it's a podcast.
No, I'm not. I'm saying the title of the podcast and then telling people it's a podcast.
The title is the Mad Geekz podcast, or is it just
the title is the Mad Geekz. I'm saying this is the Mad Geekz podcast because it's a podcast. You wouldn't say the orange juice because juice is in the name. If podcast was in the name, I would say this is the Mad Geekz podcast.
You're being specific, so that's why I thought you wanted to tell them what type of juice it was.
Juice is in the name. You don't need to say it.
I think
you're already saying what type and what it is.
But let's remind them.
I actually prefer apple juice.
Oh, apple juice? That's what you like?
Yeah,
Why?
I like
you don't need to say juice twice.
Because obviously we're just reminding them.
But podcast is not in the name.
So?
I like turtles.
So if you just see the Mad Geekz written down somewhere, you wouldn't know it's a podcast.
If you're listening to it on podcast platforms.
Or watching it on YouTube. This goes on YouTube too, dumbass.
It's a podcast.
But it's on... It gets posted on mediums where other things are posted. Besides podcasts. So when you see it, you should know this is not the Mad Geekz vlog. This is not the Mad Geekz fucking docu-series. It's a podcast.
Make a vlog.
It's a fucking podcast. Why the fuck do you have to say podcast?
You're about to get this man an aneurysm.
Marquis, you do realize everybody who sees this video posted will not automatically know that we make podcasts. Sometimes the algorithm just drives people to videos without telling them what it is. So you have to tell them what it is.
So you see three guys.
3 guys, 1 podcast.
Right, three
Marquis,
guys.
if people don't know what we do,
title.
they might literally think I'm interviewing one of you. Or one of you is interviewing me. Or two of you are interviewing.
That should be the title of the episode. 3 guys, 1 podcast.
End it. In the episode. I'm done with this fuckery.
No, three guys, 1 king.
How about this? Tyrese, you be the tiebreaker. Does it make sense to say the Mad Geekz podcast, or should I just say the Mad Geekz?
Mountain Dew. It
fucking
it
all right,
reduces your sperm
whatever. This has been episode 3. Join us next week for episode 4.
I think I won.
Said I was supposed to be recording her story. She never sent it to me. So anyway,
it's a front for the mob.
Goodbye, everybody. Mountain.